Shalom, shalom. Kal halal Yahweh, Baha Sham, Yahweh Shai, Baha Sham, Baha Chodash. Double honor to the apostles of the great millstone. Double peace and blessings to Yakin, pushing his word and truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. This is Amati from GMS Dallas. And I want to go into the things that are happening right now. As we're seeing that the times we're in, as the Lord told us to measure the time diligently in itself. We're seeing what's going on with Esau's plan, what he's setting up. All right. And these days that are being set up is going to be full of wickedness and full of abominations. All right. Full of wickedness and full of abominations. Esau always put in things with his propaganda to sway the people because of the, through his media, through how they play with words, Like I was listening to Trump, the president, he was saying how Haiti and these other countries sent all the bad people, you're talking like Mexico, sent all the worst people over here. But yet, when you look at it, you still got Haitian gangs there. You still have the cartel that's in Mexico. So he's making a decision. When somebody hear that and, not coherent to what he's saying, they be like, yeah, all of them came over here. See, that's a way with words. And that's the way Esau does. We saw that when the time of Saddam Hussein over in Iraq. What did they say? He has weapons of mass destruction. And went over there, and apparently it wasn't a weapon of mass destruction, but they basically went in and got what they needed and what they were actually planning to do and received the whole time when they were trying to let people know the reason, trying to justify, give people the justification of this is why we're going to go over here, because we got to stop the weapon of mass destruction. Same way that since the 90s, that you had the small heads over there in the land of Israel telling everybody what? That Iran is this close, days away or weeks away from having nuclear capable weapons. 30 years ago, they've been saying this. Now you got to think, what is he setting up for now? To come down on Israelites, right? And you have certain Israelites that is justifying this. And like I said, it's going to be constantly wickedness and abominations, all right? As you understand, Job 9:24 says, but you know what? He said the earth was given to the hands of the wicked. All right, he covered the faces of the judges thereof, but not where and who is he? And where is he? Look at who's ruling the world. Look at all your governments here that run, especially in America. All right, look at all the European governments. You see number what? Pale face. So this is something that you got to look into. All right. And then you have Jake trying to say, oh yeah, look what they're doing to the Northern Kingdom, which is your Mexicans, Salvadorian, Venezuelans, all the others try to say, look what they're doing. They need to go back. Get out of our country. Nigga, you got like say so-called black men, you got brought over to this country to serve your oppression. Serve your slavery. You in oppression. But you don't see that because your ass has been indoctrinated and beat and shit beat out of you. You don't want to come to the Lord. Get a proper understanding on who you're dealing with. Alright? The wicked. Your adversary. The Lord's adversary, but you want to join hand in hand with him. This is Proverbs 17:15. And it reads, he that justifies the wicked and he condemneth the just, even they both are abomination to the Lord. So you're setting yourself up to be an abominable species to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And you basically are trying to justify the wicked, the wrongdoing of Esau, what he's doing. Now we know ultimately to the Lord, it's up to the Lord to take care of these things. And we know the wicked of our people, the 2/3, the Lord got this already set up for them to be, for Esau to come down on. And the Lord has put a covering cast over us to protect his elect from the wiles of the devil. And we know they still going to roll on us, throw us in prison, but like I said, we have the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right, the Lord is going to raise up a standard. He's going to raise up a standard, and not just for anybody, not just for anyone. His elect. All right, the one that was Yahweh Shai said that they are not of this world. All right, they was gave to him by his heavenly Father. Now you're looking at what's going on, all these deportations. And you think it's starting off with just saying what? The so-called illegal immigrants and things like that. They're talking about the northern kingdom, the Latino descent, people that are Latinos and all, the nation of Israel, but they're not talking about the Asians that came over here. The time when they opened up the what is over here? They opened up the walls and basically let everybody come in. During the time of Biden, you had a lot of Asians that came across. All right, you had a lot of Asians, all right, and other heathens come across. But who are they focused on? They're focused on the Israelites. That's who they're supposed to focus on. And they're going to continue to stay focused on you so-called black, Latinos, and Native Americans. Right? They constantly going to focus on you. All right? Isaiah 29:15, it say, woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from Yahweh Shai, and their works are in the dark. And they say, who seeth us and who knoweth us? And the things that are happening is going to come to the light. But like I say, we have like a spiritual flashlight to the wicked. And that's what the Lord said we're going to be watchmen, pointing out the wrongdoing of Esau. Our apostles, their heads back in the day, on down to apostles, all the way down to, us brothers here that is continue to, in the spiritual battle, all right, in the spirit of Yahweh Shai, that learn from our apostles on down. We understand that they've been knowing this for years. They've been knowing this back in the 90s, knowing this in 2000, and so on. You have bird brain Israelites that are looking to condemn their own people and condone what this wicked nigga Esau, Edom, the so-called white man is doing. But like I said, it's gonna happen where you're gonna look at it and he's gonna be coming down on you with great wrath. He's not just gonna look for they say the illegal immigrants, then he's gonna look for the ones that are homegrown citizens here. You understand? Esau got a plan, and he don't plan on you niggas, you jakes to be in this. Look at the Georgia Guidestone. He want to get down to 500 million people, and that's not on just in certain areas. That's in the whole world. Just think about that. It's almost 9 billion people on the earth. Billion with a B. And he want to get it down to 500 million. I think it's just like 330 million people in America. That's just 200 more million people that's if you was outside of America. Actually, less than 200 million. So think about that. That's why he looking for AI to take over more things and get going. This man is diabolical, bro. Esau's fucking diabolical. You got to look at who you're dealing with. Bro, but the Lord got a plan to set him up for the okie doke. Right? As the Lord said in what was that? Isaiah 1 Peter 4, around the 7th verse, he said, but the end of all things are at hand, and you have to be, therefore be sober, watch and pray, watch until prayer, you know. So being sober is what? Coming out of these ways of these philosophies, not following the masses who basically is following the ways of Esau. We are ready for the return of the Lord, but we know what things have to happen through prophecy to get to what? That salvation. We gotta, so like you say, Jacob's trouble is, we're in it. Things just gonna get worse. We got a lot of that Isaiah 4:1 where 7 women are gonna take a hold of one man. You don't think that's happening already in the northern kingdom? You go where a lot of Issachar and Roman, you know what I'm saying? You don't see them in the neighborhoods like when it's full of. Look at L.A. The Lord said in Jeremiah 30 that his last is going to be great. As last was, I'll go ahead and get it real quick. He said, alas, Jeremiah 30:7, alas, for this day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Now, is all of Jacob's, you know, the so-called black, Latino, Native American, or the nation of Israel going to be saved out of it? No, it's going to be a remnant, the elect. That's who they say in Wisdom Solomon 5, that they're going to see the strangers of their salvation. That's going into the elect of Israel, not even all of Israel, right? The ones that are ministers, stewards to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Isaiah 4:1, let a man so account of us as of the ministers of Mashiach and stewards of the mysteries of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And who's going to receive those mysteries? The ones that the Lord gave the eyes out to see. All right? And when you look at our apostles here in Great Millstone, the things that they were saying years ago, as I mentioned, going into the 90s and the 2000s, you know, because I've seen older videos, you know, before I got into my small time in this, you know, just looking at older videos. Bro, the Lord is put a spirit on them to have to see these things. That's why I like to say to what? To say before, to prophesy about these things. And now we're out here doing that. And we're seeing as we're doing it, things are happening. Things are out here happening. So call Allah Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai to even give myself and brothers outside to see. Now we just got to constantly endure. Have that patience. Because we're out here at the finish line. You know? We're right here at the finish line. So with that, I'd like to give all praises, glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to you, Achim, pushing his word in truth and sincerity. Shalom.